Make sure you're subscribed to JerCrispy.
What's up, y'all? It shows the most to death the most. JerCrispy, welcome back to another video. Internet is dragging DaBaby again. Is it all because of that music video, bro? We're on the road to 500. I want to see what's got going on with the baby situation. I bet some with the music video. How much y'all want to bet? I put 100 down.
End of some backlash due to a music video he dropped yesterday. I want to have a little conversation about the backlash and what's actually going on. Now, for all my people who've been tuned into all the uploads, you guys know that yesterday I dropped a video on the young woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, who lost her life in that stabbing. Very horrible situation. That story honestly shook me to my core, and I just feel so bad about it because it could have all been prevented had the perpetrator been dealt with by the system. Now, DaBaby actually ended up dropping a tribute to that young woman yesterday in a music video that he put out. Now, really quickly, DaBaby is of course a rapper who was very popular a few years ago. I'm sure most people have at least seen his face or name or heard one of his songs. He's actually from Charlotte himself, where this tragedy unfortunately happened. Now, yesterday he hopped on social media and he promoted this music video he dropped called Save Me. The music video, which starts off with showing off the surveillance footage of the death of Irina Zarutska, has been getting a lot of backlash. Some of the social media outrage comments include people saying things like, DaBaby is actually sick and I'm actually gonna have to.
Damn. He was trying to relate something from his hometown. That's what I feel like he was doing. Like something during his hometown.
Delete this app like ninjas really are not well. Or this other one, which was a response to his tweet promoting the song, where someone said DaBaby about to get canceled while already being canceled, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because is DaBaby actually capable of getting canceled when he already got canceled years ago? That's a good question, right? That aside, there's been a huge debate about whether or not this video was appropriate, especially at this time because this tragedy happened so recently. If you see my video from yesterday on the tragedy, you guys already know how I feel about it. I just think it's so terrible that the system failed this young woman so bad. And honestly, something about that story still sits so heavy on my heart. I can't explain it, but I guess it's just the humanity in me, right? Now, I watched the music video that DaBaby dropped, so I want to give you guys my personal opinion on it and a little breakdown. Now, initially when I seen it from the outside, like the promotion, without watching the video itself, my initial reaction was, really, nigga? Like, really, ninja? Especially considering the fact that how the...
Nah, I ain't received this part right here. I was looking forward to listen to the music. I don't pay too attention into other people's music. Like when I'm listening to music, I'm gonna look at the thing. I didn't see this. I ain't pay attention to that. That all I know that a black lady got stabbed by the black dude, and I thought that was like referencing, be safe and watch out for people. People are crazy and corrupted and around this world, and all that.
Entire video starts off is with the surveillance footage of the actual situation and not a portrayal of it. I think if you're gonna be on some Joyner Lucas type shit, actually do it all the way. I know that Joyner gets a lot of criticism for his videos because people think he's corny and all that, but honestly, you gotta appreciate how much effort he puts into his videos, especially in this day and age when music videos aren't really that impactful or beneficial for an artist's career as, let's say, short form content. Now, when it comes to DaBaby, I think he could have definitely played that differently, considering the fact that first impressions are important, and if you're gonna do a tribute to such a tragic story, the last thing you'd want is for people to misconstrue your intentions by thinking you're trying to clout chase. So that's number one. Also, while we're at number one, I do want to mention that DaBaby actually put the GoFund link for Irina Zarutska at the top of the description, which is something that I myself didn't do in my video. Like, I didn't even know that.
So we trying to bash a nigga. Y'all trying to not we. Don't say me. So y'all trying to bash the nigga, but he got a GoFundMe fund for this chick, man. The internet is y'all niggas is fucked up. Y'all niggas. And it might be fucking, JerCrispy is fucked up because he put the video of her getting shot. But it wasn't a white girl. It would have been fucked up if he would have put a white girl on it. Where he put a black girl. He ain't put no white girl, a black girl. So how I was looking at it, watch out for people, because people could do some stuff, stab you right behind your back. And that's what watch out your surroundings at all time. But we cannot bash this nigga. And I'm not saying, he's not in the wrong for what he doing and all that. But just the internet. DaBaby is not the only person who really allegedly did stuff like that. Like, bro, if y'all go way back to such and such did this, that, and y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know. Go look it up. Everybody been talking about all these people. They been hitting jokes and all that stuff. TikTok doing it, YouTube doing it, Instagram Reels doing it. So why is we try to bash down Lil Baby that already had a GoMe fund for her for respect? The other niggas that had no GoMe fund. No other niggas when they was talking shit about the about people, they ain't had no GoMe fund or nothing like that. They ain't put no thing. They just shot the video and kept going and pushing life. So let's not blame him. Like, let's not bash him. You're not gonna bash the same nigga that did that like a few years ago. Like, don't do that, bro. Y'all gotta like get a reality check. Like, real talk.
But there was a GoFundMe available. So at the time of me dropping this video, I'll not only put it at the top of this video's description, but I'll also put it in the video from yesterday. So right there, DaBaby did something positive, which has inspired me to take some action, which is ultimately going to help the family in this time of grief. Number two, let's talk about the concept of the entire music video. So in a nutshell, DaBaby is positioning himself as the hero. Like, he's saying, if I was there, I would have been able to intervene before it happened and Irina would have survived, which is exactly what happens in the video. Right before the criminal stabs her, DaBaby stops him by holding his arm, right? And then DaBaby himself, the killer, and Irina end up walking out the train as the authorities are standing right outside. So right there, my interpretation is he's introducing the alternative universe of what could have happened if he was there. Also, I do think it's important to note that I don't personally think that DaBaby was making it so much about himself, but I think he made himself serve as a symbol or a representation of the viewer, you or I, being the hero in a situation.
Basically, he's trying to put out there for y'all niggas, for y'all dumb niggas. Y'all dumb niggas out there and hoes. Because they got some of y'all that I just say anything. I hurry up and get on their phone. They be like this. Y'all quick to hurry up and do this. He's trying to say, people, if you see somebody trying to kill somebody, try to at least help out in a situation. Especially if you're in a train situation. If you're in a train situation, help out. Train, bus, in public, anything. And that's like, we could go to bullying too. People, if you see somebody getting bullied or sexual assault, man, like, help out. There's too many people out here that you cannot help this person out. Whatever. Like, I'm just saying. He trying to spread the word. And y'all thinking, oh my God, he's trying to make fun of, but he trying to make fun of that girl. He is wrong. And that's why y'all don't know what the meaning of everything. That's why y'all be so clueless of the world now. Like, y'all be wondering why y'all just be, why this all this stuff happening? Because ain't nobody stopping it and ain't nobody saying it. So, and people saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Simple.
That can otherwise play out differently, like let's say a tragic ending. And then the last shot in the music video is the killer, DaBaby, and the actress who plays Irina all sitting down together, which I don't know what was supposed to be the representation of that particular shot, because that's not usually how situations like this end, but that's beside the point, right? Overall, this music video has been getting a very strong negative reaction, and you know, there's two sides to this conversation. I do think there's a, tone deaf side to this, because like we stated, I don't think including that beginning was appropriate at all. I was watching the news about this particular tragedy, and the family stated that they didn't want people to actually share the surveillance footage, like the uncut raw murder, which makes a lot of sense, obviously. It was horrible what happened, right? So one of the unfortunate things of DaBaby doing something like this is it does bring awareness to the story, and that's good, but it does also attract an audience of people to the tragedy who don't necessarily feel compassion or care enough to do research on it, and perhaps that puts a spotlight.
Exactly. I'm glad he explained that too, because some people, they'll look at, all right, another person dead, and move on with their day. Nah, nigga, turn your ugly ass back to that screen. Look your research, because it might be one of your loved ones. You'll never know. You'll never know. And I'm just telling you this from experience. You'll never know who that person is till you find out when somebody posts it. Then you'll be in that. And you know you're in that bitch crying. Like, come on now.
On, let's say, the actual footage, which we don't want. But then again, I spoke on it as well. And I showed parts of the surveillance footage when I was reporting on the story, and the same thing could be said for me as well, or anyone else covering it, right? I don't want to say that me and DaBaby are different, but what I can tell you, since I'm speaking right now, is why I covered the story, and it was because it personally moved me emotionally, right? I got really like shook when I heard about that particular story and when I saw how, you know, she ended up getting killed, right? But when it comes to DaBaby, I don't know if he's spoken about it outside the music, like on any of his social media accounts or whatnot, but maybe that's the point of the music, right? So I do want to say that I understand why he's getting all this pushback. When it comes to things like this, I think there's a way to do it because what he did isn't necessarily wrong, but I think with some more, like, I don't want to say finesse, but he could have made it connect more had he done it in a little bit of a different way. As an example, and I don't know if he did this, but maybe tease it a little more before speaking about how the death moved you as someone who's a father and someone who comes from North Carolina where it happened. And another aspect of this is DaBaby is someone who, despite being canceled in a lot of different spaces, he actually has a noticeable enough presence, visibility, fame, but most importantly of all, money. And money. So more than just dropping a music video, I think one of the things that could have helped here is getting in touch with the lawmakers and the movers and the shakers on the legal side in the state, right?
But the downside, look, the downside of when them lawmakers, they don't be on timing with that stuff. Like, come on, my nigga. You think a lawmaker is gonna stop the situation every time? No, they not motherfucking Superman. They ain't got fucking Spidey senses in this bitch. So that's like the downside of what's the point of you doing all that shit. Now you could donate to stop the law. You could donate to do this and do that. Like, you know how other rappers and everybody else doing that. That, you know, future down the line, that's what I'm gonna be doing too. To stop the violence. I hate hearing and seeing people dying, you know? It is what it is.
North Carolina, and then possibly help create a ripple effect of some type of positive change in the direction of keeping people like DeCarlos Brown, who was the killer, away from the streets so women and children can walk safely in these streets. That would, in my opinion, be the biggest power move he could make. And maybe this is something he's working towards behind the scenes. I have no clue, right? I'm just trying to plant ideas into the universe. And then on the other side, I don't think him doing this was entirely bad, no matter the particular approach. Because I think one of the things, especially in the social media age, that really helps a great cause is awareness. Irina Zarutska's story has gone global, and it makes me happy to see that people are coming together to grieve her. But more awareness ultimately does something important, which is more people find out about what happened. And ultimately, people finding out about her story is good, right? And I'm happy that he's using his voice for something positive. So on one hand, you or I could criticize him for how he did it, like the fact that he's putting himself as a hero, or I should say he's portraying himself as kind of like the hero. He could have saved the day and whatnot in that particular music video that he dropped. But at the same time, is it really a bad message? I don't really think so at all.
No.
Because after watching the full music video, my takeaway wasn't anything negative. My takeaway was be more socially aware when you're out in public, not only for yourself, but for your fellow humans. So if there's a situation where I could prevent a woman or let's say a child from getting hurt at the hands of another evil human being, I would want to step up because that's the right thing to do. I do, however, want to add a very important precaution to what I just said, which is just make sure that you personally are safe in the process of trying to stop another person from getting hurt, because as much as we want to be heroes in this world, let's not forget about ourselves because we all have family to come home to at the end of the day. I think for DaBaby, the biggest thing here is that there was a lack of, I guess, like, I just didn't feel connected to the cause, or I want to say the music video and what he was trying to do here as much as I should have, in my opinion. Because in a time like this, the last thing you'd want is send the signal that you're only doing this to boost yourself up, which is what a lot of people are saying. Now, there's one thing that I'm very confused about as well, which is DaBaby was recently featured on a song called Save Me. So it has the same exact title as this tribute to Irina Zarutska. And that's where things get muddy, because now it could be viewed as, did you title the song Save Me because it goes right along with the concept, or because it has the same exact title as this other song you're featured on, which could perhaps lead to more attention to that song. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know, I'm not really accusing him of doing that, but I'm only sharing the optics, meaning how things look from the...
Anyways, the short of this out, bro, just to tell y'all, watch y'all surroundings out there. Don't trust everybody around here, man. If you see somebody about to get killed, try to at least help to stop. And if somebody trying to sexually harass a woman or a man, help out, bro. Or if somebody trying to talk to little kids, man, hey, beat their ass up. We're on the road to 500, and I'm out.